Hello, my name is Sharon Valencia. I'm majoring in Economics and Finance, and currently, while taking this course of language exploration, I decided to complete a research project on code switching and lexical borrowing and some of their determinants. This interest came to me because I'm bilingual, and I know that being bilingual is more than just writing and speaking in two different languages. Sometimes I can be speaking fluently in a language, but some phrases or thoughts can come to me in the other language, and sometimes I would like to speak in the other language. So these kind of events are called linguistic alterations. People sometimes won't realize that they are using these kinds of linguistic forms. Other times, people tend to see this as a defect on our languages, but it's not really what it is. That is the reason I try to look for the determinants on code switching and lexical borrowing. Is it your age? Is it the gender you're speaking to? Is it the situation you are involved in? After some research, I came with a hypothesis that states that educated female students that are bilingual in English and Spanish code switch with other female students of the same age. I expected to prove the hypothesis and confirm my ideas, but we'll see later on in this video the results that we got. First, I want to start defining code switching as the switch or mix of languages while talking in a full conversation. That is different to lexical borrowing. That means only borrowing some words of other language that have an exact meaning for what you want to say while speaking fluently in one language. Some things that we took into consideration when creating our survey was: what is your first language? Is it English? Is it Spanish? What is the age of your audience when you code switch? What is the gender of the other speakers when you code switch? What is the situation that involves the conversation when you're code switching? With what frequency do you code switch with your parents, with your grandparents, with your friends? I delivered 20 surveys that were anonymous that included 14 questions on the topics we were looking into. 10 were done by females and 10 were done by males, and some of the results are quite surprising. Starting with the fact that from our sample, men tend to code switch more than women do. Thanks to the articles we reviewed before starting the project, we thought that exposure to one language will make someone code switch more than other person, but at the end, with our results and with our sample individuals, we got that even when males are exposed to like 50% to English and 50% to Spanish, they tend to code switch more than women that are usually more exposed to Spanish. Also, we thought that being Spanish the first language of a person will make the person code switch more than a person that has English as their first language. And with our results, and at least for our sample individuals, we discovered that the majority of our women were having Spanish as the first language, and men were having both of them, like it was balanced. And then at the end, the balanced language were that code switch more than just Spanish. Some other things that we found out is that the groups that students tend to code switch less with are parents and grandparents. Something that was surprising also was that they tend to code switch with teachers a lot, something that I didn't think it could happen, because personally I haven't heard my teachers code switching that much. And the main result and the thing we really care here about was our hypothesis, which tends to be true, at least for their sample. They say that female prefers or code switch actually with the students of the same age, but it doesn't have to be just with other females. In fact, both male and female students tend to code switch more with groups of the same age and other college students, but from both genders.